Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Nurul Mutmainna with NIM 20400122071. In this video, I will explain the answer of the question of assignment 6. Number 1. What do you know of quantitative, qualitative, as well as quantitative research approach? So, research is a systematic process undertaken to answer questions or problems. Different approaches can use, with the two most common being quantitative and qualitative. So the first is quantitative research. Quantitative research focuses on collecting and analyzing numerical data to explain a phenomenon, and this data can be number, statistic, or measurements. Quantitative researchers typically use methods like surveys, experiments, and correlational analysis. The second one is qualitative research. Qualitative research focuses on collecting and analyzing non-numerical data to understand the experiences and deeper meanings associated with a phenomenon. This data can be text, image, audio, or video. Qualitative researchers often use methods like interviews, participant observations, and content analysis. And the last is QuantQual. QuantQual combines both quantitative and qualitative approaches. This allows researchers to gain a more comprehensive and nuanced understanding of a phenomenon by leveraging the strengths of both methods. And, and the question number 2. What are the differences among them? Understanding research approaches requires dissecting and distinctions between qualitative, quantitative, and mixed method research. Each approach tackles research questions with distinct strategies for data collection, analysis, and overall goals. Qualitative focuses on non-numerical data like text, image, audio, and video. This data captures experiences, meanings, and perspective of individuals or groups. Employs methods like interviews, participant observation, document analysis, and focus group discussion. This method allows researchers to grasp context and meaning behind the data. Relies on methods like thematic analysis, coding, and grounded theory. These techniques help researchers identify patterns, categories, and themes within the data. And next is quantitative. Quantitative prioritize numerical data such as number, statistic, and measurements. This data helps measure, quantify, and analyze research variables. Utilize methods like surveys, experiments, and testing. These methods enable researchers to gather data suitable for statistical analysis. Leveraging statistical methods like descriptive analysis, correlation, regression, and inferential analysis. These methods, researchers to test hypotheses, generalization, and draw conclusion. And the last is mixed method research or QuantQual. This approach combines both quantitative and qualitative method within a single study. It allows researchers to gain a more comprehensive and nuanced understanding of a phenomenon by leveraging the strengths of both approaches. Number 3. Number 3. To the best of your knowledge, which approach do you prefer? Okay, if I were to conduct my research, I would prefer a qualitative approach because the type of data used in this approach is non-numerical, such as facts, image, audio, and video. By using this approach, the research would be more in-depth because it would be directly involved in the research process. Number 4, what types of research method will you use to actualize the selection of your research approach? Why do you prefer to use the method? Explain what do you know of the method and your reasons. Okay, so research methods, it's mean choosing the right tools for the right approach. Selecting the right approach is like choosing the appropriate tools for the job. By employing the appropriate methods, research becomes clearer as it undergoes process such as, so the first is interview. In-depth conversation with individuals to gather their experiences, perspectives, and opinions. And the second one is focus groups. Discussion with a small group of people to explore a topic in greater detail. The third is observation. Observing participants, their natural environment to gain insights into their behavior and interactions. And the last is document analysis. Analyzing existing documents such as emails, reports, or social media posts to understand patterns and themes. Number 5, or the last question, is what topic do you plan to investigate? What do you know of the topic? So the topic I will be investigate is speaking. This research can help me understand speaking words, including the factors affect fluency, clarity, and engagement in speaking. This understanding can help identify areas that need improvement and develop strategies to enhance speaking skills. The theory that support the topic are the, the theory from Dale Carnegie. So the principles of effective communication. This theory was popularized through the books How to Win Friends and Influence People, published in 1936. This theory developed several principles for effective communication, such as showing genuine interest in others, giving sincere appreciation, and avoiding criticisms and condemnation. And the second is from Carl Rogers. Client-centered communication. This theory was developed in 1940s. It emphasized a client-centered approach to communication where the therapist listens attentively and non-judgmentally to the client. And the second theory from its self-concept. This theory emerged in the 1950s and emphasized self-concept, one's perception of oneself in communication. It highlights how an individual understanding of their own self shapes their interactions with others. And the last came from Judith Butler. Gender performativity. This theory was developed in 1980s. It argues that gender is not something essential, but rather something that is done through performance. And the second theory from Butler is language performativity theory and gender identified construction. Language performativity is a theory that emerged in 1980s. It emphasized the role of language in shaping gender identified. This theory suggests that gender is not an innate or fixed characteristic, but rather a social construct that is performed through language and other social practices. Okay, so that's all from me. Thank you for watching these videos. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.